As 2023 begins to draw to a close, I find myself reflecting on the year with a sense of surprise and excitement, especially from the perspective of an anime fan. This year has been remarkable for the anime industry, marked by an array of impressive new releases. These recent additions have not only invigorated the anime scene, but also pointed towards a bright and dynamic future for the genre. We've also seen the gradual fading of some iconic series from the past decade, signaling a notable transition in the anime world. While it may be too early for a comprehensive look back at the decade, now seems like an ideal time to highlight the best of the new. In today's video, I'm eager to explore my top 10 action anime picks that premiered in 2023. Coming at number 10 is Shangri-La Frontier. Shangri-La Frontier started with a lot of excitement and quickly became popular after just a few episodes. This anime is about gaming, and there are many other shows like it, but Shangri-La Frontier really grabs people's attention. It's not the best of its kind, but it's very interesting to watch. The animation is very good, and the characters and the game world look amazing. The people who made Shangri-La Frontier did a lot of research on video games, and you can see this in the show. It feels real and smart. The creators really cared about making this, and you can tell they love gaming and the people who play games. At first, Shangri-La Frontier seems a little silly, but as you watch more, the story gets much better and more exciting. If you haven't seen Shangri-La Frontier yet, you should give it a try. It's not just for people who like games, lots of people will enjoy it. But if you know about video games, you might find Shangri-La Frontier especially fun and interesting to watch in 2023. Coming at number 9 is Undead Unluck. As the fall 2023 anime season begins, Undead Unluck quickly becomes a show that many people are talking about, just like Shangri-La Frontier. I was really looking forward to this anime, and I'm happy to say it's as good as I hoped. Right from the first episode and the exciting opening part, it got a lot of people interested. Undead Unluck has a great story, and the company that made it, David Production, has done a really good job. It looks like it could become a very popular show this year. There are some problems with where you can watch it, like what happened with another show called Summertime Render. But this shouldn't stop anime fans from enjoying it. What's special about Undead Unluck is how it mixes different things to appeal to many people. It has surprising plot twists, exciting action, and some fan service, which is something many fans of shonen, a type of anime, like. It's the kind of show that has a little bit of everything you'd expect from a really good jump series. If you haven't seen Undead Unluck yet, you should definitely watch it when you can. It's an exciting and entertaining story. Coming at number 8 is Buddy Daddies. Buddy Daddies is another anime that's getting a lot of attention. It seems like it came out at just the right time, maybe trying to get popular like Spy X Family did. This isn't the first time we've seen shows try to be like other successful ones. For example, after Attack on Titan became popular, there were a lot of shows about people fighting scary monsters. But Buddy Daddies is different and interesting in its own way. What makes Buddy Daddies special is its story. It's about raising a child, and the characters feel real, which is not always the case in anime. The way the show focuses on the characters and their growth is really good and makes the story better. The story of Buddy Daddies isn't completely new, but it does a great job mixing serious parts with funny, everyday moments. This mix makes the show more enjoyable to watch. Some people might think Buddy Daddies is just trying to be like other popular shows, but I think it's worth watching. It's a fresh take on anime about taking care of kids, and might be just what you're looking for. When it comes to successful remakes, Kenshin 2023 is a prime example that deserves a special mention. This remake breathes new life into a classic from the 90s, offering both new viewers and longtime fans a fresh perspective to look forward to. What the 2023 version of Kenshin accomplishes is a modern retouch of the original story, boasting significantly enhanced visuals and a narrative that aligns more closely with the manga. This means that the anime delves deeper into the drama and serious tone that the original manga intended, while still retaining its comedic and light-hearted moments. However, Kenshin 2023 does mark a shift from the original anime of the 90s. For those, like myself, who adored the original version, there's a hint of nostalgia for the overall peppy atmosphere that characterized the original, especially its legendary opening and expressive reaction faces. These elements seem subdued in the remake, replaced by a more retrospective and somber mood. This doesn't imply that the remake is inferior. Rather, it offers a refreshing revisit to familiar territory for fans. Personally, I don't mind this change too much. The remake still captures the essence of the story and the impressive battle scenes that fans loved. It's a thoughtful reimagining that maintains the spirit of Kenshin while bringing something new to the table. Mashle is a fun anime for people who like jokes, exciting fights, or who miss the days of shows like One Punch Man and The Disastrous Life of Saiki K. It's becoming popular because it's good at making fun of other anime. It takes the usual anime ideas, adds some clever humor, and makes everything more dramatic and funny. Mashle is a great example of this kind of show. You can see parts in the show that remind you of Saitama from One Punch Man, and the world in the show looks a bit like the one in Harry Potter. Some other shows, like Seven Spellblades, hint at where they got their ideas from, but Mashle is really open about it. This makes the show interesting, but the best part of Mashle is how it tells its story. It has scenes and surprises that fit perfectly with this kind of show. The characters might not be very new, but they are perfect for the story. Mashle is a show that many different people can enjoy. We're halfway through our list of action anime for this year. If you like this video, please like and subscribe to the channel. Next, we'll talk about Trigun, another exciting anime to look forward to. 2023 has been a big year for making new versions of old anime shows. Stampede Kenshin is one example, but earlier, there was also a new version of Trigun. This new Trigun, called Trigun Stampede, is both similar and different from the original in many ways. One big change is that it uses CG animation, which looks and feels different from the original. Trigun Stampede brings back the characters and world that fans remember, but it focuses more on the main character, Vash. It goes deeper into his story and his relationships with others. This new view of the story is something both new fans and those who liked the original Trigun might enjoy. But Trigun Stampede isn't just about thinking and talking. It's only 12 episodes long, so it moves quickly and has a good mix of exciting moments and action scenes. The CG animation looks really good in these scenes. Remaking old anime shows is common, and 2023 has been a great year for these new versions, especially in action anime. These new shows bring back the feeling of the old ones but add new things, which a lot of people like. Zom 100 is a show that brings something new to zombie stories, which were really popular in the 2010. Zombies might not be as trendy now, but Zom 100 has made a lot of people interested again. The show is about a main character who many young people and recent graduates can relate to, which makes the story of a zombie apocalypse feel more real. Zom 100 doesn't change zombie stories in a big way, but it does some things really well. For example, the animation looks like it could be from a movie, and the characters are very expressive and interesting. The main characters work really well together, and each one has a unique and lively personality. All these things make the show's journey through a world with zombies in Japan even more fun. Zom 100 is definitely a good show to watch, and it's one of the best from 2023. Even though there were some problems making the show, it's still really good. If you want to know more about the story, you might want to read the original comic it's based on. Zom 100 may not be totally new, but like Mashle, the way the story is told and how the characters interact make it a great show. Hell's Paradise is an exciting anime that takes you on an amazing adventure. If you didn't like the happy feel of Zom 100, then Hell's Paradise, made by MAPPA, could be a great choice for you. It has the same high-quality animation as Zom 100, and it's about a dangerous island full of adventures. Even though Hell's Paradise sounds and looks a bit serious, it's not as dark as you might think. It's similar to Dororo, which was made in the last decade by the same studio. The show mixes old history with magical, supernatural things. The action in Hell's Paradise is really good. It's exciting, a bit rough, and keeps you watching, especially with the great music in the background. But Hell's Paradise is not just about fighting. The show also does a great job with the characters' stories, and makes you think about deep topics and questions. I think Hell's Paradise doesn't get as much attention as it should. It's not as famous as some other big shows from last year, but it really should be more popular. Hell's Paradise might not be as well known as Chainsaw Man, another show by MAPPA, but it's definitely worth watching. It's especially good for people who are new to anime and want to see a thrilling action and adventure story. Blades of the Guardians is a show that doesn't get as much attention as it should. Even though Hell's Paradise is also underrated, Blades of the Guardians is almost unknown, especially in popular discussions. This might be because Chinese anime don't get promoted much in the main market, so they often get less attention than even the somewhat popular shows from Japan. This doesn't mean that every Chinese anime is amazing or better than the big shows from Japan, but I think it's good to talk about some of these less famous shows. Chinese anime have had some really good fight scenes and action, like in White Cat Legend. Blades of the Guardians should also be recognized for what it does well. The anime is set in the past and has a simple story, but there's something really interesting about it that keeps you watching. It could be the well-made characters, how the story goes, or how the story gets more interesting and moves fast. The show makes you feel like you're part of its world, and you can understand the risks and dangers of that time in history. I got really into Blades of the Guardians quickly, and I think you should watch it to see why it's so good. Finally, I want to talk about Heavenly Delusion, which is one of the most interesting new action anime of 2023. If you liked shows like To the New World or Promised Neverland, you might like Heavenly Delusion too. It's different, but just as good. This show does a great job of creating an interesting world with lots of mysteries, all wrapped up in exciting action. A big part of what makes Heavenly Delusion special is the way it feels a bit strange and keeps you really interested. This feeling goes well with the more serious topics the show talks about. It's for people who want to watch something deep and meaningful. It might not become as popular as some of the biggest action shows, but Heavenly Delusion is really good at what it does. You should know that Heavenly Delusion has some parts that might be a bit shocking or unexpected, but even so, it's one of the best action anime of 2023. It's not just about great animation or big, exciting scenes. Heavenly Delusion shows that action anime can be about more than just the flashy parts. It really shows how deep and varied this kind of show can be. I'd love to know what your favorite shows from 2023 are, so please tell me about them. Making this list was fun, and I hope you'll look at more of my videos about different things. It's interesting to see how my guesses about this year's shows turned out now that 2023 is almost over. Thanks for watching this video, and I'm really looking forward to hearing your thoughts and talking more in the future. See you in the next video.